back to MSDNC and the lady host over there. And they're mocking Virginia voters because Virginians are very worried about immigration. Cut number 10.
I mean, if you look at some of these exit polls, I mean, I live in Virginia. Immigration was the number one issue.
Yes.
I mean, again, these could change in Virginia.
Well, Virginia does have a border with West Virginia. Very, very contested area.
Build a wall. Like, what?
And that deep baritone voice was Rachel Maddow, by the way, in case it threw you for a loop there. So then Joy Reid, the racist, and I guess she is the racist ombudsman at MSDNC, she says, no. The real reason that people are afraid of the illegals is this. Cut one.
But Republican voters don't vote that way. They don't vote based on economics or based on the benefits they're getting economically from the president. They're increasingly, from the Tea Party on, they're voting on race. They're voting on this idea of an invasion of brown people over the border. The idea that they can't get whatever job they want. A black person got it, therefore drive all the blacks out of the colleges, get rid of DEI. That is what they're voting on. They're just voting specifically on racial animus. At this stage, it isn't about economics.
No.
All right, a couple of things. First of all, get another wig, lady. That is, you cannot wear that style of hair. That is cultural appropriation, you racist piglet. And she is. And she's also a turd, ladies and gentlemen, a turd. A stinky, smelly turd. And I say that because this woman, day in and day out, is spewing this racist garbage over the airwaves. And I don't know why MSDNC allows this to happen, but this is really some nasty stuff. So I want to explain to the little ladies over at MSDNC, I want to explain to them why people in this country are concerned about immigration. And by the way, it is not just Virginia. Same thing in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, many other states. People are very concerned about it. And why are they concerned about it? Well, I'm going to explain that to you. The reason why people are concerned in Virginia is because just a few days ago, the news was filled with stories about a 14-year-old little Virginia girl who was sexually assaulted by an illegal alien from Venezuela. This illegal alien had already been previously arrested and detained, but he was set free so that he could find another victim on American soil. And he did, a 14-year-old little girl. Voters also very concerned about what's happening in the state of Georgia right now. In the aftermath of the murder, the brutal murder of Laken Riley, beaten so badly she was almost unrecognizable. The person responsible, an illegal alien who had been captured at the border and then set free, committed crimes in New York City, was arrested and then set free, arrived in Georgia, where he killed this beautiful young 22-year-old nursing student. Now, I understand it's a giggle fest for the little ladies over at MSDNC, but I would encourage them to read the autopsy report of Laken Riley. And maybe, just maybe, they can look at the photographs of what this man did to this sweet young American girl. And I can promise you this, folks, they won't be giggling. They won't be giggling anymore. It's not a joke what's happening in our country. And Donald Trump gets this. Donald Trump understands he can read the mood of the American people. And the American people are sick and tired of this nonsense. They're sick and tired of the lawlessness. They're sick and tired of the double standards. They're sick and tired of their government being weaponized against them. We, the people, are tired of it. And folks, I'm telling you, I can feel it in my bones that something exciting is going to happen in November. Now, the problem here is whether or not we are going to get out and vote. In Memphis, Tennessee, voter turnout, 10%. If that happens, Republicans lose. I'm being honest with you here. If we sit on our butts and do not get up and vote, then we deserve what we get. But 10%, that's not going to cut it, folks. We've got to have a massive turnout on Election Day. We've got to do better. And I will say this, Republicans, we've got to be on a wartime footing. We've got to be standing up and talking about these issues, calling out the Democrats. It's not a time for purple Republicans. It's time for red-blooded American patriotic Republicans. And it's time for Republicans on the local level, on the county level, on the state level, and on the national level to stand, and with one voice, it's got to be a coalition, folks. We've all got to be running on the same platforms, and we've got to be working off of the same talking points. We've got a country to save. And Donald Trump, he knows that.